Hey, Lily Wong here, and this is Fly with Lily podcast. Life can throw us unexpected curveballs of all kinds, from the loss of a loved one, career change, or family problems. For me, it was the loss of my mother and my marriage. The worst experiences of my life led to the most euphoric learning experience and life journey I ever could have imagined. My journey let me dive within myself, overcome my fears, drop disempowering beliefs, and remove mental limitations. From motivation, language learning, business, nomadic life stories, or world travel, to just plain dropping your baggage, Fly with Lily podcast offers the inspiration you need to open yourself to this world of opportunities without limits.
There's nothing I would not do for those who are really my friends. I have no notion of loving people by halves. It is not my nature. Maybe the most magical thing about travel isn't the scenery, it's that you never know where a single meeting, one that started with nothing more than wanting a travel companion, might eventually take you. By the time we left the pool, it was nearly 10 at night. In Iceland's winter, darkness comes early. The streets were quiet, snow still falling softly. We walked slowly through the cold, and neither of us suggested going home. I realized, almost with surprise, we'd been together for 10 full hours. It started with one coffee, then the golden circle, seafood chowder, the hot pools, and now this. Time had moved impossibly fast, and neither of us had grown tired of it for a single moment. Palli smiled. "One more drink?" I nodded, "Sure." We found a quiet bar nearby, warm amber lights, a few people talking at other tables. No pounding music, no tourist crowd. I ordered 2 glasses of mulled wine. When I tapped my card, I quietly winced. Iceland's prices were, I was learning, absolutely not a joke. But I didn't regret a thing. If I could leave today with only one souvenir, I want it to be this, not a could have. Halfway through our drinks, a stranger walked up to our table and launched into a string of Icelandic. I assumed it was someone Palli knew, but after the man wandered off, Palli shook his head with a grin. Actually, I never met him before today either. That's Iceland, he laughed. Population so small, people just start talking. And sometimes you find out halfway through the conversation that you're actually distant relatives. He told me Iceland even has a database you can use to check family connections before dating, just in case you've accidentally developed feelings for a distant cousin. I laughed for a solid minute, only in Iceland. The wine slowly disappeared. My body warmed up, and something else, I think, did too. I looked at Palli and felt something strange. We had only met this morning, and yet, sitting beside him, I feel no awkwardness, no distance. It felt like someone I'd known for a very long time. I rested my head gently on his shoulder. "Thank you. Today was really wonderful." A bit of quiet, then I smiled. "I think you've already become my best friend in Iceland." He didn't answer. He just smiled. Quiet, unhurried, just warmth. Some closeness doesn't come from knowing someone for a long time. It comes from meeting the right person at the right moment. Someone who truly listens And that's what that day was. Later, we left the bar and walked slowly back to his place, snow still falling all around us. By the time we got back, it was nearly midnight. The day had been impossibly full. From one coffee at noon, we talked for hours, covered so much ground, shared so many stories, travel, Iceland, family, and the moments in our lives that had once broken us. Sometimes I genuinely forgot that we had only just met. I picked up my backpack from the corner of the room and smiled. Can you take me back to the guest house? Palli glanced at me, then at the window. We just had a couple of drinks. Let's rest for a bit first. His tone was easy and calm. I nodded. The apartment was small, no sofa, just that elevated bed, so I sat on the edge, and we kept talking. The room was quiet, except for the soft hum of the heater. At some point, we both turned at the same time. Our eyes met. Neither of us said anything. And then our lips touched, very gently. It wasn't the kind of dramatic kiss you see in films. It felt more like a gentle confirmation that all the laughter, all the conversations, all the hours of company that day had been real. He kissed me softly. I didn't resist. I just felt very still inside. In that moment, I wasn't thinking about the future or where any of this was going. I simply felt that the person in front of me made me feel safe. At some point, we fell asleep just like that, leaning into each other. In that middle of the night, I half woke. I stared at the unfamiliar ceiling for a few seconds before remembering where I was. I'm in Iceland. And then I couldn't help but smile. The guest house I booked for the night. A little wasted, perhaps. The next morning, Palli drove me back to collect my bag, and I never went back to stay there. I had to laugh. My friend of over 20 years had joked before I left, "You might not even need accommodation." I laughed at her. She turned out to be completely right. When I told Palli, he laughed too, and then said something that stayed with me for a long time. If I'd known from the beginning that you had nowhere to stay, I might not have invited you at all. Why? He thought about it, then answered seriously, because I wouldn't have wanted you to come with that kind of expectation. I understood he was willing to take care of me, to travel with me, to share his life, but none of it was transaction. No strings, no calculation. It happened simply because we had met, and he had chosen, without any agenda, to be generous. And I think it was exactly that uncomplicated kindness that made me willing to trust a stranger again, in the coldest winter I ever known. What I didn't know yet was that this trip, planned for only 3 days, would end up changing both of our lives. If you resonated with this story, please remember to subscribe. Fly with Lily, the Iceland podcast series. The next episode, the next day, Palli actually took me to a very secret spot in Iceland with the full sky of stars, and it was so romantic. And I hope to share with you in the next episode.
This has been another episode of the Fly with Lily podcast. So what now? Go to flywithlily.com to download my gift for you to help work on your abundant lifestyle, or contact me directly for a consultation. This show takes a lot of work and planning, so if you enjoyed it, please consider a 5-star review on iTunes, following on Facebook and Instagram @FlyWithLily, or come up and give our crew a hug on the street when you are on your journey. Thanks for listening, and remember, life's curveballs can be your best opportunities.